Hello, my name is Bedward, and this is my brother. I'm Ella. You might be wondering why my brother's name is Ella. It's a very simple story, really. You see, it was about 6 years ago, before we was born. Mum was having tea with Mrs. Smith, and then Mum said,
I think I will name my children Bedward and Ella.
And then Mrs. Smith said, Do you mean Edward and Bella? Then Mum said,
No, Bedward and Ella.
And after that, Mrs. Smith said, Bedward and Ella? What do you want to do that for? And then Mum said,
Because they're my children and I shall name them what I wish.
And then Mrs. Smith said, Well, which one's going to be the boy and which one's going to be the girl? And the Mum said,
Whichever comes first shall be Bedward and the second shall be Ella.
And Mrs. Smith said, What happens if you end up with a boy named Ella? And then Mum said,
Then I shall have a son named Ella.
And then Mrs. Smith said, He's going to get picked on at school, especially that Bedward as well. If you had a girl named Bedward, she'd get picked on as well. And the Mum said,
I certainly don't think they will be.
And Mrs. Smith said, Oh, they will. They'll get picked on, they will.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
Will not.
Yeah, they will.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will. And then that went on for quite some time. And then it was almost time for us to be born. And then when we was born, I was born first, so I ended up being called Bedward. And then Ella was born, and he ended up being called Ella. So that's basically our story.